If God blocked it, stop choosing it. Tanya Pluckers here from Rich Results Mindsets, and today I want to help you master your mind so you can master your life by talking about when things are not in flow, when you constantly get roadblocks, when things are not lining up and you keep pushing and struggling and hoping that things will, just happen, yet there's a block. And so I want to talk about that today, but more importantly, I'm going to share some ideas to help you just let it go so that you can get back into the flow. But before I get going, if any of my content resonates with you, then please consider subscribing. I'd love that. Liking, commenting. In fact, I would love if you comment, because my mentor, the late legendary Mr. Bob Proctor, he said, Tanya, you can't keep it unless you give it away. So I love helping people. If you want to leave any comments with queries or questions, then please feel free to leave comments so I can support you. So let me get going. So you might be right now in the receivership of roadblocks, like nothing is flowing. And you might have tried for a number of times to be in the receivership of what I like to call your desires. I call them your cash and prizes. And you keep struggling, trying and trying, but it feels like a struggle. So really, you're in the state of struggle all the time. But you keep saying to yourself, I'll just give it one more go. Come on, I've just got to try harder. No, stop. If God has blocked it, then stop choosing it. You have to see the signs. And of course, you have to then be courageous enough and bold enough to just let it go. It may not be the divine right timing, and it may not be the divine plan for your precious life. You see, often rejection is God's protection. Rejection is God's protection. But often our will to be right, to want to get our stuff, is getting in the way of God's will for us. A good example is this. Let me explain. So over the last couple of years, I have been working with a certain clientele. Okay, a certain clientele, teaching this material to, and enrolling clients to be part of my inner circle. And I have spoken on stages, I have spoken individually to this particular niche of clients, and I know they're stuck, they really need the help, they even admit the help, but unfortunately they just are not yet, and I love that word yet, not yet in the place to embark on the journey of transformation, because their paradigm or programming is all about the strategy first. And I have discovered that success isn't a secret. It's 95% the mindset and only 5% the strategy. But this particular group of individuals who belong to a particular niche, they are set on doing the strategy. And I've tried for nearly 2 years to break into this particular niche. But over time, I have realized that God is blocking it. And it is getting harder and harder to enroll these people into Bob Proctor's teachings. And so I made a decision recently to let them go. I finally got the message, right? And boy, did I try. I tried for years. And finally, I realized I need to stop going to where it is not welcome. You see, they need it, this group of people, but they don't want it yet. So I need to be courageous enough, and I was, to say, Go where the love is, go where the warmth is, go somewhere else instead. So I've moved in a different direction. But let me tell you, I gave it a bloody good go, and it just wasn't in flow. So I finally heard what God was trying to tell me. And I am making this video today to support you that you don't need to keep persisting at something where the results are not showing up. You see, the goal never changes. Your goal of where you want to go in life, that never changes, but the plan will probably change a number of times. And so what I have discovered is that the moment I let go of what wasn't working, a beautiful vacuum was created, right? Because nature abhors a vacuum. And the moment I allowed the pause, because there's so much power in a pause. The moment I allowed the pause, out of the blue, the right sort of clients started to come in. It all started to flow again. Everything started to line up again. But I had to do the footwork and say no over here and yes over there. And so I want to remind you that if you've given it enough of a go, then just trust that rejection is God's protection, and that it's time now that you move in a different direction. All right, I hope this helps you today, and I look forward to, I'm about to go make another video, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.